Hey you guys, it's Caleb. Today is Wednesday. Oh geez, what is it? March 14th. I'm just running out to snag some lunch real quick, but I want to do a quick video about what you should look for in a real estate agent when you're going to hire them, whether it be if you're buying a property or selling a property. I'll try to split those up. But I mean, there are some key things that you need to look for in an agent. And one reason why the real estate industry has a bad name, I think, is because there are a lot of agents that really don't know what they're doing at all. The bar for getting your real estate license really isn't that high. You go to maybe a month's worth of classes in order to pass your licensing exam. And, I mean, the classes do have some valuable information in them, but they also don't teach you a whole lot about what it's really like to be in the industry working and serving clients. And I guess that's where I should also point out the difference between a realtor and a real estate agent. Realtors are held by an ethical standard. It's really an association. It's the NAR, National Association of Realtors, that we belong to. And so, me as a realtor, I pay dues every year to a specific board, and by having that designation of realtor, we have our own ethical requirements that we're supposed to adhere to. Then again, not everybody does, unfortunately, but you're supposed to, and that's something that I believe in as well. So, now that we got that distinction past us, what do I think are the most important things in an agent? Number one is communication. Your agent should be able to, get back to you, whether it be via email, phone, or text, quickly, because the process of buying and selling gets stressful, and you want to know what's going on with your transaction. And if your agent disappears and you can't get a hold of them, and you have contract deadlines coming up, that's not good. Secondly, kind of goes along with being communicative is, how available is your agent to go show you properties, especially in the Colorado market if you're working as a buyer trying to buy a home. As I mentioned in my last video, timing really is of the essence. The quicker you can go in and see a place, decide it's for you, and put an offer on it, the better chance you may have of getting your offer accepted. So unfortunately, in a perfect world, you'd have a couple weeks to make this decision, because it is one of the biggest financial decisions you can make in your life, buying a house. But the way things are here in Colorado, as a buyer, you might see this house for an hour maximum, and make your decision right there on the spot. So that I think is kind of a bummer, because if it was me buying a house, I would want more time to make my decision, make sure I'm really making a sound decision, both financially and for my family life, that kind of thing. But like I said, the way things are here, especially at the lower price points, houses just get snapped up really fast. Multiple offers. Some places have 10, 15 offers within the first weekend, and often those offers are well above what the listing price is stated for. Once you get into around the $500,000 range, I don't think that's quite as much the case, at least out here in some of the suburbs of Denver. Being in the actual city of Denver, things are still pretty hot as far as properties moving quick, just because Denver remains a very popular place to be. The third thing I think you should look for in an agent is somebody that has some knowledge of how homes are constructed and the process that goes into maintaining and building a house. I was fortunate enough to get to build a house with my father a couple years ago. We did a house on spec. Spec is short for speculation, meaning, we own the lot, we build the house, and we hope and pray that somebody will come and buy the house. Somebody did come and buy that house, luckily. But doing that and going through the whole process of general contracting and watching something go from a hole in the ground to a fully built house, there are a lot of steps that go into constructing a house. And obviously ours was more of a custom job with smaller groups of subcontractors. A lot of people are buying tract homes that are built by large corporate builders, and oftentimes those corporate builders, they like to cut corners. They want to get the house built as quickly as possible. And sorry, somebody just tried to cut me off there. That was nice of them. People, those builders like to try to build as cheaply as possible, and a lot of times they sacrifice quality. So working with an agent that can kind of point out to you, especially with new builds, like, hey, this looks wrong or something looks off, that's important. Another thing you need to look for in an agent is how well can they negotiate, and how well, the way I think of negotiation is not necessarily I'm going to get you the top dollar every time, although that's important. I also think that the end goal of getting the home sold and finishing the deal is also important. So sometimes it's important to have an agent that will kind of keep you in check about things that you want to do. Some battles are not worth winning. Lose the battle, win the war kind of thing. And that just comes with experience in dealing with different situations in real estate. So I think that's a very important thing, though. Some people like to have a super cutthroat agent that will try to screw the other side as hard as possible. That's really not my philosophy. I think both parties are trying to achieve the same goal, and I think you make more friends with honey than you do with vinegar. But, that's my own philosophy. That's not how every agent operates. But I think it's important to be able to work both in the best interests of my client and also to see the other side and see what they're trying to achieve, and to find a way that we can compromise and get the deal done and everybody is happy. Because really there is no negotiations without some level of compromise. And you can see what's going on in our political system in the US here, and obviously when you've got two sides that aren't willing to give up any ground on either side, that kind of makes it hard to achieve anything. So anyway, it's just kind of my little side tangent, but I think it's important to have all those qualities as an agent. Like I said, communication, speed, and being able to be flexible with scheduling, good negotiation skills, and just a knowledge about homes. That also comes along with knowledge about the local area. What kind of soil does this area have? What kind of school districts does it have? All that stuff is very important. So if you're looking for an agent in the Denver metro area, you don't have one yet, you can give me a call. You can find my info down in the description box. I'd love to talk to you, see if I can help you out. So that's enough for me for this video, so I will catch you guys later. See ya.